Hello first graders and welcome to another English lesson. My name is Irena Pavlović and I will be your English teacher for the day. Today we are opening a new topic. For the next couple of times we will be talking about schools and education. Today we will be talking about school systems around the world. And here are the outcomes for the day. By the end of the lesson you will be able to analyze a multimodal text and you will be able to describe an education system from a chosen country using a model text as your help. So, let's see. Before you start, make sure that you have everything you might need ready. You will need your notebook or piece of paper and something to write with. You will also need a tablet or a computer with internet access. Remember, you can always pause the video or replay it. You are the one to determine your learning pace, so make it as fast or as slow as you have to go. Let's start. Let's think about the topic. When you hear or when you see the word school system, what comes to mind? Think for a second. Well, you're probably thinking about your own experience in Croatia, but do you know anyone who happens to live abroad and attend school there? Or schools you have seen on television? How is all that different from the school system we have in Croatia? Take a few minutes, pause the video and write down a few ideas. What makes a school system? So, I'd say that the list that you have created has something like the ideas I have here. For example, age when children start school. It's not the same in every country. And the number of years we spend in primary or elementary school or in secondary or in high school. Then there are different types of secondary or high schools. One of the features of the school system is the number of school days and days off, and the number of hours we spend in school every day. Then there is the number of subjects. Some are compulsory, some are elective. And of course their content is not the same. Teachers are different in different school systems, and the ways of assessment are also different. Have you got any other ideas? So, all of these are aspects when we need to consider to describe a school system. But let's move on. Let's open the link, which will take you to an infographic about 9 different school systems around the world. Pause the video and study the infographic and answer the following questions. Which features of school systems are presented in the infographic? What is the average age when children start school in these countries? When does a school day start in most countries? And which school subjects are the most common? Pause the video and do the task. Let's move on. If you have a look at the same infographic once again, think about the information that is missing. Which 2 pieces of information, which 2 features of school systems do you think are important and you would like to add them to the infographic? Go back to your list and see what's not included. How would you find the necessary information? Which websites would you consider relevant? Think about it for a second. Now, you are going to watch a video about the school systems in the UK, in the USA. Before you watch it, write down what you know or you think you know about these school systems. You probably have certain ideas about them. Perhaps you've been to those countries, or perhaps you've just seen them on television. However, you are likely to have certain ideas, so write them down and make notes about those features you find particularly interesting. So, this is the task before you watch. Pause the video and do it now. This is the link that will take you to the video. While watching, check your answers to the previous questions and correct all the potential mistakes. For example, you could have written down something that is not entirely true. After you watch the video, you should make a T-chart and list all the features of those two school systems presented in the video. Let's watch the video. I hope you have enjoyed the video and found it informational. Once you complete your T-chart with the information about both school systems, follow this link and share your ideas on the Lino canvas. These are just the ideas how you may start your T-chart with the information about the UK and the USA. While watching the video, you have probably noticed differences between American and British English when it comes to school vocabulary. On the left-hand side, you can see the list of items in American English: preschool, kindergarten, elementary school, middle or junior high school, grades, semesters, and college are some of the words you might hear in American English when talking about education. On the other hand, you can see nursery, primary school, secondary school, classes of forms, terms, pupils, and university as the words used to describe education in British English. I'm pretty sure that you can add some more items to the list, so think about it. Do you know any other differences between American and British English when it comes to talking about education? Alright, so we've talked about the UK, we've talked about the USA, but what about us? What about Croatia? We've analyzed school systems around the world. Now it's time to talk about our country. Go back and study the infographic which we have already analyzed. Check the features which are presented there and prepare a section with the same pieces of information about our country. Also, try to add 2 more pieces of information you find important when it comes to describing a school system, something we have already discussed. So, think what you might include and present the information about Croatia. Create your own infographic with these pieces of information. If you decide to use PictoChart, which is a digital tool for creating infographics, you might also decide to work collaboratively with your colleagues. This link will take you there. Once you have completed your infographics about Croatia, we would like you to share your designs on the Linoit canvas. Here is the link for that. And now it is time to spin the globe. Choose a country anywhere in the world, except for those already included in the infographic. Gather the necessary information about its school system and add it to your own infographic. So, you did it for Croatia. Now let's do it for one more country somewhere in the world. Pause the video and do the task. And finally, it's speaking time. We'll put everything we've done together in a form of report. So, using the T-chart with the information about the UK and the US and the school systems there, and using the infographic with the information about Croatia and the country of your own choosing, you should prepare an oral report about school systems in those 4 countries. So, your report should have a short introduction in which you'll announce the topic, in which you will describe what you're going to explain. Then, you should have 4 sections in which you will present the data for each country. another section in which you'll draw comparisons or point out the differences among the presented school systems, and a conclusion in which you'll state your opinion. Which of the 4 school systems is the best? Your report should be 3 to 4 minutes long, and you should record it and share it on one of the Linoit canvases. Don't forget to double-check it before submitting. So make sure your report has an introduction, 5 body paragraphs, 1 for each country and similarities and differences, and a conclusion with your opinion. Your report should be 3 to 4 minutes long. We are almost done. Today's lesson was full of different tasks. When you have such a complicated lesson in front of you, the best thing to do is to go through the checklist and see if you have completed everything. Remember, the only way to meet the expected outcomes is to complete all the activities to make sure that you've got everything right. So, see if you have analyzed the infographic about school systems and added the pieces of information you found important. See if you have analyzed the video about the 2 school systems and compared them using a T-chart. You were supposed to create an infographic about the Croatian school system and about the school system of a country of your own choosing. Finally, you were supposed to put all this information into an oral report presenting 4 countries of which we have discussed, and finally record the report and post it on Canvas. I hope you have managed to do all that. And I hope that you enjoyed the lesson today. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon. Bye bye.